Yo, what's happening, everybody? I just wanna give you an update of the guild and everything that's happening or hasn't been happening. Yeah, for ever since the new season started, I don't even know when it started. I don't know if it was 16th of September or it's going to be October 1st. I don't really care anymore, to be fair. But ever since the finish of last GVG season, season 3, ever since the hard work we've put, and the way the season finished, is like we didn't really have a clear idea what our spot was in top 200. What happened? I mean, the system was refreshing for way too long, and now the new season happened, and I did read in the official website that there's going to be like some basic changes for the new season. They wanted, like the creators wanted to do the new season a little bit more simpler. They said that it was very confusing, all these missions that we had, these 4 missions that we had every week, that the storyline was very confusing and etc. And they want to make like more fun, which that's like that's crazy, because they made it less fun. Like right now, before, when the new week started, we're like, okay, let's see what kind of missions we had. We were like, oh my god, I hope we don't have the Baron mission, because the Baron mission was the hardest one to kill, like X amount of Barons per game. What other mission were shit? The Elemental Drakes were kind of hard mission. You know, we were hoping like, oh, let's get the red blue buff mission, let's get the minion mission, let's get the champion takedown mission. We were happy when we got, so that's what made the GVG more exciting, you know. And now there's nothing from that. There's nothing from that. Even I remember in GVG season 2, they made it even more exciting, because somewhere in the end of the week you could have get like extra points. Like the game was deciding like, okay, you must find 2 unarmed members, you have to play 2 games and you get like this many points that will help you go ahead and stuff. It was even more exciting. So season 3, that thing, they just took it out of the equation. Okay, I understand, they made it a little bit more simple, but it still was fun. Now it's like I don't know what's happening right now. Second off, like I didn't really find it quite rewarding. After the end of the GVG season 3, we literally won every single GVG battle, and we lost only one, and we didn't really get much out of that. And anyway, long story short, when I started like this guild like half a year ago, I was making like future plans. I wanted to progress it to something bigger than just the guild. But the thing is, even though I am the guild leader and I own the game, I don't own Riot, I don't own Wild Rift, so I'm not in charge. I don't have the control of, okay, what is going to happen next season. So pretty much I feel like I'm working for a boss that he doesn't care about mine or yours opinion about the game. So they make the game however they feel the game is supposed to be. I don't feel like they care enough like about our opinion and stuff, because right now the game is a lot worse in every scenario than, let's say, GVG, than let's say like season 2 or season 3 of the game. I mean, especially this season, season 6, they made it like the matchmaking a little bit more easier, and then like the points that you get, even in Diamond, you get like tier protect shields, and you need like 5-6 wins to progress. Before it was like you needed like 100 LP in order to progress from Diamond 4 to Diamond 3 and etc. But anyway, they just fucked it up completely, mate, honestly. And I was saying, when I started that half a year ago, I said to myself, I will give that a chance. I will see if there's like a potential future in that, and I will continue to be dedicated to the guild and to everything without it. But then again, I realized that when you work for someone who doesn't really care, and I don't even have access to this guy or person to just discuss all these things, you know. If I'm not happy in my company, I just go speak to the manager and to the CEO, because literally their office is in the same building, and I can discuss things with them. And if they see that my opinion makes sense, they're probably gonna make those changes, because everything I offer is a win-win situation. Never mind. So I just decided to stop wasting my time and money for something that I don't really have control of. And I'll give you an example. That guild, it was started by 3 people, by me, that Slovenian guy Blas, and Nora, right? And Blas, he didn't give a fuck at all. He, like, for first 2 or 3 weeks, I was just an officer, and I was the one who was like doing everything. So I told him, look, I'll give you 100 quid, that's 100 Great Britain pounds, which is like 200 Bulgarian levs, if you give me the guild leader rights. So he gave them to me. Ever since then, as he was an officer for like the first few months, ever since then he didn't do fuck all helping me. So I had to run everything on my own. The last GVG season, I spent 200 quid on skins, so that's 300 quid. And on top of that, I had like an agreement with the bait. So those are the North African dudes that they joined my guild. So I told them, look, I will help you with some projects. I will invest in some projects. So in these projects I invested another 100 pounds, so that's 400 pounds. So they joined my guild, and to be fair, we would have never made to top 100 if it wasn't for them, so fair play for that. So I spent like all this time and efforts and like 400 pounds just for nothing, but I do not regret it, because in life, if you start something, if you start a project or whatever it is, you have to put the time. You cannot start something, wait 1 or 2 weeks, see that it's not gonna work out, and be like, oh, I tried for 2 or 3 weeks, it doesn't work out, I better give up. No, you have to give it really a chance. You have to be consistent, at least half a year, at least a year. Try hard for a big amount of time. If you see that things are not going well, then just stop, you know, move on to the next one, move on to the next project. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm moving on to a next personal project that I know for a fact, well, we'll see, nothing is 100% sure, but at least I know for a fact that it's gonna profit me a lot more than Wild Rift. So I'm gonna invest my time in that project, and obviously the guild, I'm gonna make like, there's going to be only one officer, and it's going to be the boy from the bait, Omar, which in the game his name is Pirata, and he's going to run the whole thing. I'm going to be just the owner, because obviously I'm not gonna make him guild leader, because I know if he gives me 400 quid, I will make him a guild leader, you know, because that's how much I invested. But if someone wants the guild, give me 400 pounds, 800 Bulgarian levs, it's yours, you know. But no, I'm just gonna make him an officer. I'll still be the guild leader. So if he has like any problems or something, or he needs like financial help or whatever, he can always text me, but he'll run the whole thing. So I don't care if we're on the last place in the world or whatever. If he wants to push you for GVG points, that's his choice, you know. Obviously he's not gonna have permissions of kicking members from the guild. I'll still have the permissions to like accepting applications and remove members. Those are the only 2 probably permissions that I will not let him have. But yeah, that's it. I just made him a moderator in our private group, so he can like freely post or approve posts or whatever, or remove posts. So he's not an admin, he's just a moderator. So yeah, boys and girls, I bet I will play only during the day, probably 3 maximum 4 times in the week. And yeah, I'm not gonna be very active in the game too. So if you have any questions, just text Omar. I will tag him in this post. Yada yada yada. So yeah, thank you all for the hard work. And it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. Have to move on. And just, if I can give you advice, just stop playing that game that much. There's like focus on making money. Fucking bitches, like sitting at home playing the game all day, just a waste of fucking time. Yeah, man. Grandmaster Challenger, so what if you become Challenger? You're still the same loser living with your mother in your fucking 2-bedroom apartment or whatever. So focus on making money and focus on training, work out your body, work out your brain, and yeah, peace out.